people. Yes, people. Yes. Yes.
Described as having a smile that can charge National Grid. Today he's going to share with us how and why he started his business, the entrepreneurial book, and his time on The Apprentice. So if you can put your hands together for Coyote.
Cody, oh my God, we're just about to start a brand new business. It's to do with student accommodation. There's a few of us involved, and we've even had permission to do it from the university. Wow, that's amazing, mate. I'm happy for you. But you see, in the back of my mind, I was just trying to get that first class honours degree. Coyote, oh my God, we just partnered up with this new health and wellness company. We're going to be promoting all these health products. It's going to be sick. That's amazing, mate. I'm happy for you. But in the back of my mind, right at the back, right, I was just trying to get that first class honours degree. You see, when I was in your shoes at university, I was so laser focused on just getting my first class honours that business and everything else, that wasn't really part of the game plan. That was just not part of the blueprint. But what was part of the blueprint was that I really wanted to become a governor of my university and a vice president of my students' union. And I guess you can kind of say that I kind of grew myself throughout my degree to allow that to happen, getting myself in the right different pockets. So in March of 2013, I stood in my students' union elections. See the smile, right? Alongside my team called Let's Go, as in like Lego. That was what we kind of go with. At the time it was big, like Lego, dun, 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 that tune, y'all know the tune, right? And that's all I did, literally. I went around campus, I literally got a vote for Coyote, pull it around the neck saying, yo, wear that, mugshot, upload it, done. Even if there was two of you, listen, stand together, over your neck, done. So for me, that was my kind of like marketing technique if you want to look at it in a business perspective. I thought to myself, right, if I can go around as many people as I can on campus, get them to take a picture saying vote Coyote, I can then tag them in it on Facebook and then all their friends will see it. So that was kind of like that business idea I had, like guerrilla marketing. I mean, back when I was at uni, we only really had Facebook, like Instagram and that weren't really popping. Do you get what I mean? So that was the kind of idea behind it. And then lo and behold, in March 2013, I won. So that was great for me. Because what that meant was that in my final year of university, I already had a full-time job lined up by the time it got to July. I know you got Elliot here, part of your students' union. Elliot, give them a wave, man, students' union. So that's what I kind of did at mine. So it was great because in the March of 2013, I already lined up exactly what it is I wanted to do when I was going to graduate in 3.5 months' time. So that was awesome. Now picture this. It is now July of 2013. And if you were with me on that day, you'd have been sitting in your accommodation room, not this kind of chair, we had worse chairs than this. You'd have been sitting in your accommodation room, staring down at your BlackBerry 8520 curve. Anyone have that BlackBerry? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yo, BB pin used to go off back in the day. So if you were with me that day, you would have been staring down at your BlackBerry curve 8520. You've got to be specific, right? Just waiting with anticipation. The heartbeat, anticipation. I was waiting for that email to come through to find out what degree classification I'd be graduating with. I got that first. You can clap. I got that first. So for me, at that moment in July of 2013, life was sweet. Not only did I just found out that I was going to be graduating with a first-class honours degree in psychology. Any psychologists in the house? Cool, psychologists. You know what you're thinking, the rest of you. So anyone... So the life was sweet for me because I realised at that time in July 2013, not only was I going to be graduating with a first-class honours, but 1 month later now, I was going to be starting my full-time role as vice president of my students' union. Great, because I know it can be quite difficult as a graduate to not only graduate, but then what are you going to be doing next? But I guess I was quite fortunate in the sense that not only was I getting my first-class honours, I already had a job lined up. But there's one problem. What do I do in that month gap? Found out my degree, but I still got a month until I start my full-time job. The guy says to me, but Coyote, why didn't you just go back down south to London for that month? And that would be a great question from this intelligent audience. However, when I went to university, you see my mum, right? She rented out my room to these French kids. So I had no room to go back to. Is anyone relate? Is anyone's parent rented out their room while they're going to uni? Can we share mums then or what? So my mum rented out my room to these French kids. And you know what, to make things worse? Before they left, they robbed my PlayStation pad and my FIFA. Like, how do you say bastards in French? Le bastard. Do you know what I mean? So I couldn't really go back down south. So I decided, right, I've got to stay up north. But then for me, when I was at college, I learned a very, very, very important principle in life. I learned that devil makes work for idle hands. Meaning that if you don't use your time wisely, you can find yourself doing the wrong things. And that's exactly what I found out when I was at college. You know, I used to get in trouble, and more importantly, with the law. We always used to joke about by saying like, Coyote, I bet you want to be a criminal lawyer, which is great because I was already halfway there. I just had to work on the lawyer part. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't want to I wanted to use my time wisely, and I encourage you all to do the same. So what did I do? Now, for those of you who know, I went to uni, Manchester Met, Windsor knows, Manchester Met, but on the Crewe campus. Question, where is the main campus for Manchester Met? It was not in Crewe. It was in Manchester. So in that month gap from finding out my degree to then starting my role as vice president, I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to get the train every day to the main campus in Manchester. Because what they did, they put on an event called Graduate to Work Week. You know, I already had a full-time job lined up, but I thought there's no harm in me trying to better myself, trying to get more skills. So every day I got the train to Graduate to Work Week. One of the first events I went to was this one here, called MMU Business Bootcamp. There I am right there. I don't know what it is with Coyote. I annoy myself. I don't know why it is with group photos. Why am I always that guy here? You know, like paint me like one of your French girls. You get what I mean? Like, I don't know why I'm always that guy on the floor. Like, if we do a group photo after, I might be that guy on the floor. But stop me. So that was the first event we went to. And the second one was this one, New Directions 2013. Old Direction, New Direction 2013. And those events were great, fantastic. Is there anyone here under the age of 21? Under 21 by show of hands? Y'all can't drink in America. No, I'm joking. The reason I say that is because anyone who here is under the age of 21, you already have a head start on me. Because these two business events I went to, they were the first time in my life I was exposed to a business capacity. I already told you at the beginning, the guys at uni were telling me about business, I was not interested. However, these are the first time I was exposed to a business capacity. But then that's when the problem started to occur. That's when I started to change. That's when I realized that they were coming after me. I was trying to battle them off. I was like, no, I was trying to resist it. Just leave me alone. Like, what do you want with me? I'm not interested. Then I found out that I was actually infected. And it's not the most appealing picture. I do apologize, but I'm trying to illustrate a point, right? And what do I mean by I was infected? I got infected by the entrepreneurial bug. They call me Zeus. There he is, the bastard. Like, how do you say bastard in Italian? El bastido. I don't know, I'm making this up, I don't know. Or sometimes it's known as a business bug. You know, it's 2019, right? You can have more than one name, right? So for me, I didn't necessarily want to get infected by the business bug or the entrepreneurial bug. It kind of just like happened to me. And I guess for me, I didn't really kind of resist it either. Like, I didn't know, did I have to like Millie rock him away or something? Or like do the Jay Lingard thing? Or do the Fortnite? I don't know what. I didn't know what to do to get him away. Like, I was not interested. But if you have not noticed already, I have the deadest Millie rock known to man. So if any of you know how to Millie rock, please at the end come up and show me. Like, if you do a meet and greet, it's not meet and greet, it's Millie rock and greet. Like, you've got to teach me that. You know what I mean? So I didn't necessarily want to get involved in business. I tried to resist getting involved in business. But what can I say? I got infected. Now, throughout my slides, you see El Bastido? I've got him featuring throughout my presentation. Now, as a little competition to our intelligence audience here, 'cause I know we're all smart, being at Keele University, I want you at the end to tell me how many times he features. Does that make sense, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So my friend, El Bastido, he's going to be featuring throughout my slides. Whoever at the end of it can tell me how many times he features gets a prize. Let's see who can really pay attention to detail. Cool? Anyway, this one don't count. This is number 0. This one don't count, right? Okay? Has everyone seen him? Everyone seen him, yeah? 3, 2, 1, gone. Cool. Right. So we are now in July 2013. I've been infected by the entrepreneurial bug. 5.5 years later, several business ventures and entrepreneurial ventures later, y'all would have saw me here. Yo, this music, I can't take it anymore, you know, like, this music yo, turn it off! Turn it off! Like, I can't take it, do you know what I mean? It's like, that music creeps me out now. And y'all know Sarah here? Sarah? Like, she's mad, she can gargle water to that tune. I don't know how she does it. I don't know what they drink up in Newcastle or Middlesbrough, wherever she's from, but anyway. So you would have saw me on The Apprentice. Just to recap, that's 5.5 years later in the game from July 2013 to when was this aired? October 2018. Oh. Now, this was a huge achievement for me in itself, in a sense that here you can see us, 16 of us. That was whittled down from about 50,000 people up and down the UK. But not just up and down the UK, internationally as well. As long as you're a British citizen, etc. You know, there was people flying in from Turkey, all different places around Europe and around the world. So regardless of where anyone's finished here, you have to give everybody credit because that was whittled down from, if they don't mind admitting, applying, has anyone applied before? Okay, but if you ever apply and get through the first stage, you can literally see the numbers. So I think, can we just give a massive round of applause to all my fellow candidates, please? So that was us down to 16 from 50-odd thousand. Now, the biggest thing for me that came out in the press, I don't know if you saw this, was this here. Like, we had our press release in September, and obviously I'm a gangster, innit? Like, I'm South London, innit? So this is how I want to pose. But I didn't know that I looked like I had 3 hands. So, of course, the press, specifically the Daily Mail, they'll be in my DMs, you know, literally. You know, when you go on Instagram story, they're always like one of the first people watching my story. I'm like, yo, you guys are keen. So they ran a story like, you know, Kylie's got 3 hands. Maybe that's why I was so good at selling donuts. I don't know, maybe I had an unfair advantage. But the person who won it for me on Twitter was this guy here, who tweeted this. We're all over 18, right? Yeah? Yeah, that was, when I saw that, I died. That was funny, man. So yeah, so that was kind of the beginning of my stage on The Apprentice. It was hilarious, man. I thought this is going to be a great winter, man. Mad. But anyway, everyone knows my homegirl here. This is Camilla. So she was the runner-up in this year. Now, during day 1 of The Apprentice, so before we start any tasks, as soon as we arrived to the boardroom, met Lord Sugar, Karen and Claude, etc., we had to do our bridge shots. So these are the shots where everyone kind of sees us, you know, walking across the bridge in the group of 16. Do you know what I'm talking about? They call it the bridge shots. Obviously, everyone walking. Hella takes, you know what I mean? Just walking. If I had a Fitbit on you, that would have gone through the roof. Do you know what I mean? And so during the time when we're not doing the takes, I think during the bridge shot, I was next to, Camilla was near me, and it's like, obviously, we're coming to Apprentice, you've never met each other before, so everyone's trying to kind of size up, like, you know, who's going to be sick, who's my competition, you know what it's like, everyone's trying to weigh each other up. Like, I'm thinking, you don't want to weigh me up, I'll knock you out, but, you know what I mean? So I ended up talking with Camilla, like, quite a lot. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. I know you don't want to say it, but I know exactly what some of y'all are thinking. What a great couple. Well, don't worry, no, we're not a couple. See, I already found the girl of my dreams. But unfortunately, she only knows 4 vowels and doesn't know that I exist. And note to self, they didn't like my pun joke. Don't use that again. In fact, still use it again because I think it's freaking hilarious. Anyway, so whilst chilling with Camilla, She asked, Coyote, what do you do? And she put something onto me which I didn't really know myself. I don't know how many people struggle when people say, what do you do? Like, it's not necessarily an easy question. It's like, I don't really, when people ask me, what do I do? I'm like, yo, I breathe. Do you know what I mean? I don't really know how to answer that. But it's from talking with Camilla when I got more clarity as to what I do. So shouts out to Camilla. Now, she said, Coyote, you've got yourself a golden triangle. I was like, yeah, you're right. And for that guy in the room who says it's not a triangle because there's sides here, yes, I know, Margaret, it's not an exact triangle. We've got different sides. It's more of a, what's a five-sided shape? Pentagon? Yes, I know it's not an exact triangle, Margaret. Like, who calls their child Margaret anyway? Like, one little kid, trying to do me up, I'm like, I get it, it's not an exact triangle. But anyway, Camilla said that, you got a golden triangle. By show of hands, who likes pop quizzes? Pop quiz? Everyone like it? Everyone likes it. Raise your hand, everyone likes a quiz, right? This guy's like, here, I don't like a quiz. What, who likes a quiz? Let's pop quiz, because like I said, I don't really like to talk about what I do. I want you guys to tell me. So how's this going to work? Example, apparently he's coming to your uni in a couple of weeks, right? I'm kind of promoting him. You should pay me for that. Anyway, so here's how it's going to work. Does everyone know the game, 2 truths, 1 lie? But this is now going to be called 2 lies, 1 truth. What liars are here? So we're going to put up 3 statements, and you're going to tell me which one is the right one. So, by show of hands, if you think I graduated with a first-class degree, raise your hand. If you think I graduated with a second-class degree, raise your hands. If you think I graduated with a next-day delivery degree, raise your hands. Oh, yeah, we got one. I graduated next-day delivery, mad. Anyway, so that would have been the right question. Right statement. It makes sense, yeah? That's the example. So you can mark yourselves out the scores for out of 3. Ready? Ready for the first one? Yes or no? Yeah. I can't hear you, Keele, man. Yes or no? Yeah. Cool. All right, then. First statement. So the first one is E. So what is the E, what I do, okay? Do I do e-commerce? Do I do events management? You should know this one wins, innit? Or do I do email marketing? So if you think I do e-commerce, raise your hands. One at the back. We've got one down here as well. Okay. Nice and high, man. Commit to it, man. If you think I do events management, raise your hands. Okay, events management looking popular. If you think I do email marketing, by show of hands. 1. It's getting tense. Is he laughing, Cameron? Yeah. The correct answer is events management. So who said events management? Give yourselves a mark. Let's talk about it. So yes, this is my events business called Cheshire Rents. So what we did is that we specialize in 3 different areas. We hosted events, so we would take a nightclub and host our parties and nightlife. We provided transport for events, which is our biggest breadwinner. So we will take people from places like Crewe, like the town of Crewe, to places like Manchester, Liverpool, basically where people really want to go, like big nightlife. The third thing we used to do was just promote across our social media channels. Like we had quite a decent database, so different nightclubs and stuff would kind of give us money to promote their club. So if you said I do email marketing, in a way you're kind of right because we kind of did that as a subsidiary. And so we get quite big people coming to events. We've got Dappy up there. Y'all know this person down here? Yeah, Charlie Sloth. So we used to get quite big people. And back in the day when we were really heavy in events, we used to do a lot of collaborations with Keele, some of you guys. Carnage, y'all know Carnage? I know Carnage don't really, I haven't been involved in it for a while, but Carnage, y'all know Carnage, right? So we'll kind of collaborate with those guys as well to events with Keele and stuff. And if anyone wants to carry on doing events, I could happily do a partnership. I'm open to that. I love events. If anyone wants to do business and let's chat, you know what I mean? If you want to do events here, let me know. But anyway, this is a quick clip, if it plays. So it's like our little party bar, so just get excited, get people happy. Yeah, cool. All right, so we conquered the E, events. We've got 2 more letters. So if you haven't got a mark yet, you've got to try and get it between the S and the H. Right, to begin with, let's talk about our H. So, do I do houses? Do I do health and fitness? Or do I do HR consulting? Show of hands, do you think I do houses? Got one here. Commit to it, commit to it, commit to it. Is it up? Yeah, cool. You got a voice, not just committing to it, it's talking about it. I like it, man. Health and fitness, you think I'm into health and fitness? And you think I do HR consulting? Okay. The correct answer is houses. Show of hands, who said houses? Oh, 2 of you, gave yourselves a mark, and one at the back. So yeah, so I specialized in doing HMOs for students. I mean, there's not much to show in the slides here. You know, it's just a house at the end of the day, right? You know, I mean, we haven't got a jacuzzi bathtub there. But yeah, so I did a lot of houses with different landlords in the Cheshire area. Okay? So that's our H. Next, final letter. Who hasn't got a mark yet? Show of hands, who hasn't got one right? You better get it right this time, you know. Okay? Ready? S. So, do I do social media marketing? Am I a social media marketer? Am I a sports psychologist? Or am I a speaker? Show of hands, who thinks I'm a social media marketer? Go on, commit to it, commit. Yeah. If you think I'm a sports psychologist? Yeah. Or you think I'm a speaker? Okay. It's funny, yeah, when I seen this with young people in the college, yeah, for the countdown, they all dabbed. I was like, you lot are sick, you lot are sick. So next time it happens, y'all got to dab, yeah? So the correct answer is, of course, I'm a speaker. So it's literally what I'm doing now. So let's talk about it. Yeah, so speak various places up and down the country, businesses, colleges, entrepreneurial events, you name it. From as young as primary school kids, university like yourselves, or businesses, big people, you name it. I'm a speaker. You know, very recently, I became Coyote Damali BSc MPSA. I like that. So I'm now officially on the professional level of the Professional Speakers Association. And I'm also a member of the Global Speakers Federation. So I'm not just a speaker. Like, anyone can speak, but I'm accredited behind it. And hopefully you can tell by the skills of me delivering it that you can see that I'm a professional. This is what I do for a living. Now, I love the fact that now I can call myself Coyote Damali BSc MPSA. I just like it. Do you know what I mean? Coyote Damali BSc MPSA. I'm trying to get more letters, like throwing a YMCA in there as well. Do you know what I mean? I just want to get more letters. I'm thinking maybe just to do a doctorate so I can put a doctor in the front of it. Might as well keep going, right? I want to get the whole alphabet, man. It's addictive. Do you know what I mean? It's addictive. And last year I became an international speaker too. Why are you laughing? All right, was that okay? Yeah, I'm an international speaker. Do you know why? Because I spoke in Wales once. You know what it is? I was in a talk here. I said, what? Hold on a second. I'm in Wales, right? They said, yeah. So I said, what? Am I now an international speaker? They said, yeah. I was only down the road in like Flint, but I'm claiming that. Do you know what I mean? Every little helps, as Tesco says. Now, if you go to my LinkedIn, right, I put international asterisk speaker, and I put, because I spoke in Wales once. Just for clarity, you get haters, you get what I mean? You get haters. Cool. So, and as you can see on Apprentice, I also did some speaking too. So that came in handy. So who wore it better, me or Big Bird? If you think I wore it better, raise your hand. Thank you, man. Oh, you think Big Bird wore it better? Y'all are haters, man. So during, I can't remember what task number it was. I think it was task number 4. We had to create a shoe. Did everyone watch the show? Yeah? Do you remember the shoe task, right? So we had to create a shoe, and we then had to pitch our shoe. And because of our theme, we did it in a nightclub, and it's sick. On The Apprentice, you get lots of props, and you know me, I go all in, do you know what I mean? Like, yo, if there's a prop, like, I'm using it. So I dressed up as, and I put on a jacket, and then, you know what it's like on social media, that's when the memes start rolling in. Oh my God, this guy looks like Big Bird, and then someone said, who wore it better? So, yeah, man, so that's how my speaking kind of helped me on The Apprentice on this task, and throughout the show too. So that summarizes Coyote's Golden Triangle. So if you're wondering what I did business-wise to get to where I am today, of course, there's other things around the triangle which I did. I mean, as an entrepreneur, I believe that you always take advantage on different things that come. For example, when Bitcoin was big, I got involved in Bitcoin. When other things, I get involved in what's hot at the time, do you get what I mean? So, but those were my main 3, which kind of allowed me to get to where I am. And in July of 2016, it was the Euros on at this time. Was it Euros in 2016? I think it was Euro 2016. So I was at home watching the Euros. I can't remember who was playing. And I got a tweet come through saying, Coyote, you are now listed in the top 100 of the most powerful young entrepreneurs in the world. I was like, yo, is this for real? Like, not top 100 in England, not top 100 in Europe, but top 100 in the world. And when I found out it was true, that was big for me. And I had to circle which one I am, because for clarity, someone said, yo, which one are you? I was like, I'm not this person, am I? So just for clarity, if you're wondering, I don't want to make any assumptions here. So that was big for me, being listed in the top 100 of the most powerful young entrepreneurs in the world. And the reason why that was big is because I didn't enter in the top 100, near the top 100. I came in at number 9. And the list of people who were in the top 10, like, y'all heard of Steve Bartlett before? Like, he was, you never know Steve Bartlett? No, but he's quite a big young entrepreneur. You got to be under 25 to be in this list. So I'm no longer in it now. But he was like at number 2 or number 1. So I was like, rah, I'm in the caliber of some great entrepreneurs here. So it was a big thing for me, for my own sort of like self-esteem, that, I'm doing something right. So I was very proud of that achievement for myself. And let's talk apprentice now. So I've now told you exactly what allowed me to get onto the show. Now, I gave you an introduction of what it's like in terms of our bridge shots. So the first task that we had to do for the apprentice, as you're aware, is that we had to go to Malta. Now, I'm not 100% sure, I'm saying this with 99% accuracy, but never in the history of the apprentice, on task 1, have they flew people out for the first task. So it was a big thing in history that task 1, we're getting flown to Malta. Because usually they wait for people to get to know each other, etc. But on task 1, we're being flown to Malta for the first task. Now, for years, I've been telling young people up and down the country to be bold. I love the quote, fortune favors the bold. Now, if you know The Apprentice, nobody wants to be project manager on the first task. Nobody. Why? Because if you lose, it's a project manager who usually gets fired first. So why would you put yourself forward as a project manager first? Unless you're Kylie Damali. Because I thought to myself, you know what? I've been telling young people for years, fortune favors the bold. I've been telling young people for years that, there's like an opportunity, like a ball, like a I've been telling young people there's opportunities ball running around to put him in a headlock and squeeze. You ever seen a ball? Why would you grab a ball by the horns? That doesn't make sense, right? Have you ever seen a charging ball? Are you really going to grab him by the horns? No, man, put him in a headlock and squeeze. So I've been telling young people that for years. So when it came to apprentice day 1, I was like, crap, I can't be a hypocrite here. I'm going to put myself forward as project manager first. Who does that? I do that. Because in the girls' team, if you watched it, they were arguing for ages. Everyone placing the buck, you be project manager and you be project manager. Nope, when it comes to a boys' team, boys, I'm project manager. They're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. No one else wanted to be, I didn't think, but I did like a little speech as to say why I should be. Because I think it's important to, you know that song, walk it how I talk it. You know that song, like, walk it how I talk it. Like, you got to walk how you talk it. You got to back your buck. When I was growing up, right, we never grew up and played with a toy called Talk Man. We played with a toy called Action Man. So I can't just talk the talk, I got to walk the walk. So I said, you know what, I'm going to be project manager first. And lo and behold, we won. And for me, this photo is such a pivotal photo for me. Not because Jasmine's pissed that she lost to me. Maybe partly. But you can see, for me, that was so, big. Because I knew that I had to be project manager first. And I knew what was riding in it, that if my team lost, there's a strong chance I'd be gone going out week 1. I knew that was a massive ride. So for me, I couldn't, you put your teeth like this, you know what I mean? It means a lot. I did while out afterwards and Lord Sugar told me to calm down. He's like, yo, who's this guy? So for me, that was important for me to not only make my mark to Lord Sugar from the get-go, but I guess from a cheeky term, I was already project manager, so I could just chill now, do you know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about the weeks to come. Everyone's like, oh my God, I've now got to think about being project manager. I was like, nope, been there, done that. I've done that already, do you know what I mean? In the house, everyone's like, oh shit, I've got to be project manager next. But nope, for me, I got that out of the way early. So that was kind of my plan behind it. So anyone going on the show, be ballsy, man. Be project manager first. If anyone next year does it first, you know where they got the idea from. I'm joking. Cool. So that was week 1 on The Apprentice. Now, I'm not going to go week by week. We're not going to go through the whole series like that, because I know you've seen it already. But throughout the show, I guess my reputation on the show really came from my speaking, as it's what I do, and also from my selling, both in public and, well, I guess you sell in public, right? So people knew me from my selling. And I never realized, y'all knew that Claude I didn't realize that Claude liked me like that. Because when we're on task, we never hear what Karen and Claude are saying to the camera. Like the camera's over there, for example. We're here cracking on. We just know they take notes when you walk off. You're like, oh my God, what's he going to say about me now? Oh my God. So when this video came out, which I'm about to show you, I never realized the extent how much Claude did like me.
Coyote is a marvel, really. I think he's got a personality that is fairly unique, and the way he approaches customers, he's great.
I heard, Coyote, you turned out to be quite a good salesman, according to Claude.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Very good.
Oh, it's like, oh, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's little things in life, right? Tell that to my ex, but yeah. But yeah, so for me it was big, man, just having that recognition, do you get what I mean, on a national scale. Like, I knew I was quite good at selling, but to have that, I mean, I can now use that forever. Alan Sugar saying he heard that I'm a good salesman. Claude saying that I'm brilliant. Do you get what I mean? That's big again for me, for my own self-esteem. Because on your entrepreneurial journey, I can guarantee to you there are going to be times where are going to be hard. But it's little things like this make you realize that, you know what, I am good at what I do. I am born for this. So as you can see, me and Claude, man, you know what I mean, they, like, on Twitter and stuff, they called it Clayode, I think. Clayode or something like that, Clayode. And it's crazy because during the apprentice, I used to trend, you know, I used to trend every week. Like, I trended like every week, and you know, just things like that used to just like pop up, man. So this is us at the awards, man. I'm finally let my boy Claude. So this is a plaque they gave me. Yeah, man, but somebody did my boy Claude dirty. Well, that's the plaque here, you see it there? So Kylie's a marvel. I think he's got personality that's very unique. Yeah, man. But someone did my boy Claude dirty. They look at, yeah, they did Claude dirty, man. They did Claude dirty. It was me, I made it. You know what I mean? Now, Claude's cool, man. Claude's my boy, man. But, of course, I didn't win The Apprentice, as you know. But I did win something else. Does anyone know what I won from the show? Anyone know? 'Cause I know not everyone watches the, cause as you watch The Apprentice, they will always have a You're Fired episode, as you might know. And on the final, you have a You're Hired episode. And I know not everyone watches that. Most people just watch the main show. But this is what I did actually win.
Sian, you have the envelope. Could you tell us who the winner is, please?
The alphabet for best nonsense goes to Coyote.
So what I won the upper bar, whatever that is, for the best nonsense award. I mean, do I talk nonsense? I don't talk nonsense. What do they mean I talk nonsense? Do I really talk nonsense? Oh, that's just nonsense. So I won the best nonsense award. Don't know why, but yes, I did win something from the show. It's better winning something, right? So apparently I was the best nonsense of 2018. That's my upper bar. It's a bit blurry, you can have to zoom in, but that's what I won, my upper bar award. I can't remember what the upper bar actually stands for, but I was like, upper bar? What the huh? Yeah, I said I was going to put on my Instagram bio that I won the upper bar, but I don't think no one would get it. But anyway. But it wasn't just Claude I used to have banter with. I also had banter with Karen too. Yeah, everyone knew me for being cool with Claude, but me and Karen, we had banter every now and again. Like, it's right, this is during the same shoe task. So during the shoe task, of course, we had to name the shoe. And no, we had to design the shoe first, and then we had to name it. Now, my team, it was myself, Jackie, and Sarah Ann. We wanted to have like an urban theme around it. So it was like, being the black guy, like, Kylie, you must know urban stuff. I was like, okay, all right, okay, cool. From South, cool. All right, so I was trying to think of names. I was going into my urban dictionary in my head, thinking every hood term I could think of to call the shoe. I was thinking, bare names, do you get what I mean? So one of them I called was, I said, pelt. Karen goes to me, Kylie, what does pelt mean? I said, you know when you're in carnival and just like pelt on your hips? So Karen goes to me, all right, demonstrate. And I did it. She looked like this. And then I looked like this. You know what I mean? So Karen's cool, and me and Karen had our occasional banter as well, man. Karen's cool. And I used to have banter with Lord Sugar as well. So Lord Sugar and me got on as well. Here's what he said.
You're like an emoji.
Yeah.
Just trying to light up the room for you. Yeah.
You did.
You're
You did
always
light up the
smiling.
room.
Yeah, man. So Lord Sugar called me an emoji. I mean, I guess you can be called worse stuff, right? But getting called an emoji, that's not too bad. Now, to be complete, can I be honest with y'all? Can I be honest? My time on The Apprentice, I don't really know how to take it. Like, I'm hoping someone can tell me because I really don't know how to feel about being on The Apprentice. Why, Coyote? Well, that's a great question. Who said that? I didn't really know how to feel. And the reason I say that is because I'm big on my statistics, as Michael Dapper would say, or Big Shaq, whatever you say. Because on The Apprentice, I got through to week 7 out of 12. Good, yeah, week 7 out of 12, I got just over halfway. Cool. That's good on one hand. But on the other hand, I came 10th out of 16. All of a sudden, it doesn't sound too cool. Or let's look how I performed on the tasks. On the tasks, I won 4 tasks out of 7. 1 being project manager and 1 being a sub-team leader. Yeah, so every time I had a significant role in the team, we won, winning 4 out of 7. So yes, on one hand, yeah, that's great. 4 out of 7. But on the other hand, that's not great. That's only 57%. I mean, at uni, that would even get me a 2-1. You know what I mean? Or, if it was an alcohol percentage, 57%, my God, that's a lot. I know that some of y'all know what I'm talking about. So I don't really know how to really take my time in The Apprentice. It's like this meme kind of really depicts, I don't know how to really take it. But then one thing I've realized in life is that everything is about perspective. Because what we need to look at the absolute facts here, objectively, without our own personal opinion on them. I really, really love this picture here. Some see a weed, some see a wish. Now, the absolute truth is just the plant there. It's what you apply to it is what gives it meaning. So my time in The Apprentice, I'm not too sure how to take it, so I guess it all depends how I apply to it, the meaning I decide to give it. Now, as we know, I didn't win The Apprentice. I did win the Alpha Bar, if that counts. But I didn't win The Apprentice. And not winning for me hit me hard, harder than anyone can ever imagine. It hit me hard. I'm still thinking about, do I drop a video on how I really felt? For me, it cut me. Yeah, if you saw me on a show, I wanted to win so badly. So badly. So when this happened, I genuinely didn't know what to do.
But Coyote, I don't think you have the caliber of what I'm looking for in the long term. And so it is with regret, Coyote, that you're fired. Thank you.
Yeah, man. For me, even now, it's emotional. It just was not. That was not part of the game plan. Do you get me? It just was not part of the game. That's how I just rolled. I didn't know. I genuinely did not know. It just did not register. It cut me deep. It hurt me so badly because I wanted that investment more than everyone can ever imagine. But I guess there's always positive out of this because no, I did not win The Apprentice, but they say I did win the hearts of a nation. No, I did not win The Apprentice, but they say that I won the people's vote. No, I did not win The Apprentice, but I'm able to impact young people by simply sending them a personalized video like this.
Oh God! Oh.
Hey, how's it going, Malachi? I hope you're doing well. It's Coyote here. You probably see my face in The Apprentice. Just sending you this personal message to wish you all the best. Make sure you work hard at school. Then hopefully one day we can meet each other in the future.
Oh, thank you so much, Coyote. You're super cool. I really want to be like you. You're like the best person ever. Oh God.
So yeah, I didn't win The Apprentice, but I guess in the bigger picture, being able to impact a young person's life like that can definitely make it all worth it. So sometimes in life, what you set out to happen, it may not happen. But if you look at the bigger picture, if you look at the setback and try to turn it into a comeback, maybe then too you can also be a winner. Thank you. Oh, cool, yeah, the bugs, yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you. Cool, so how many bugs? All right, let's do it like this. If you saw one bug stand up, if you saw at least one bug at least one bug, stand up. At least minimum one bug. Lucy's funny. She goes, do you want to do the bugs first? Do you want to do the bugs first? You know, that is hilarious. Cool. If you saw 2 bugs, stay standing. And if you only saw 1, you sit down. If you saw 3 bugs, stay standing. 4, 5, 6. So if you saw 6 bugs, stay standing. 7. The people who only saw 2, they're thinking, damn. Like. 8. How many bugs did you see?
9. It depends what you did, because when you turn the black screen on, and you turn it back on the same slide.
Oh, but that counts as 1. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, fair enough. Right, fair enough. Okay, everybody saw 6 bugs. Stand up again. Give yourself a massive round of applause. There are in fact 6 bugs. Now, I said, I'm going to give you a prize. So, on the 6, man, I need to see the 6. Don't lie if you didn't see 6. Who saw 6? All right, just going to give it to you randomly, okay? If you don't like it, just swap with someone, yeah? Yeah, if you don't like it, swap with someone, yeah? In fact, just hand it out. Only the guys who saw 6. Don't rob my sweets, man. You know what I mean? Cool, and I'm going to hand it over to Lucy.
Thank you so much for coming. You've teaching me